During the 1960s, American automakers were locked in fierce competition, with the quarter-mile drag strip becoming the ultimate battleground. Manufacturers pushed performance limits, creating some of the most iconic muscle cars known for their raw power and speed. The 1969 Ford Fairlane Cobra 428 stands out as a unique and powerful entry in Ford's muscle car lineup. This model was part of Ford's strategy to offer high-performance vehicles at an accessible price point, and the Fairlane Cobra fit the bill perfectly. At its core was the 428 cubic inch Cobra Jet V8 engine, a powerhouse that delivered 335 horsepower and a hefty 440 pound-foot of torque. This engine was renowned for its robust performance and was capable of a quarter-mile time of 15.6 seconds at 94 mph. The Fairlane Cobra's design was relatively understated, with minimal exterior styling. It featured a blacked-out grille, simple yet bold 428 badging, and small Cobra snake emblems, which were subtle indicators of the car's true capabilities. Available in both hardtop and fastback, sports roof body styles, the Fairlane Cobra combined practicality with aggressive performance. On the inside, the Fairlane Cobra was straightforward and driver-focused. The interior featured bench seats as standard, but bucket seats were available as an option, providing better support during spirited driving. The dashboard was functional, with clear instrumentation that included a speedometer, tachometer, and essential gauges. The overall design emphasised utility and performance over luxury, aligning with the car's no-nonsense approach to speed. The 1969 Ford Fairlane Cobra 428 was equipped with a heavy-duty suspension system and a robust rear axle, ensuring it could handle the power of the Cobra Jet engine. This setup provided excellent traction and stability, making the Fairlane Cobra a formidable presence on the drag strip and the street. Today, the Fairlane Cobra 428 is a prized collector's item, celebrated for its combination of power, rarity, and understated style. It represents a key chapter in Ford's muscle car legacy and continues to be admired by enthusiasts for its raw performance and classic design. The 1968 Ford Mustang 428 Cobra Jet is a significant model in the muscle car era, known for its powerful performance and aggressive styling. Visually, the 1968 Mustang 428 Cobra Jet was distinguished by its bold, muscular stance and aggressive design elements. The car featured distinctive Cobra Jet badging, a prominent hood scoop, and optional racing stripes, additional to its sporty appearance. Inside, the Mustang offered a driver-focused cockpit with supportive bucket seats, a wood-rimmed steering wheel, and a comprehensive instrument panel that included a tachometer and clock. The heart of this Mustang was the 428 cubic inch Cobra Jet V8 engine, which was officially rated at 335 horsepower, though it was widely believed to produce much more. This engine was a game-changer for Ford, featuring high-flow heads borrowed from the 427, a Holley 735 CFM 4-barrel carburetor, and a functional hood scoop that fed cold air directly to the power plant. Introduced in the middle of the 1968 model year, the 428 Cobra Jet quickly became a favourite among drag racing enthusiasts. It was designed to dominate the quarter mile, which it did in 13.8 seconds. The car's performance was further enhanced by heavy-duty suspension components, reinforced shock towers, and staggered rear shocks, which helped manage the immense power and improve traction. The 1968 Ford Mustang 428 Cobra Jet remains a highly sought-after model among collectors and enthusiasts. This model solidified the Mustang's reputation as a performance powerhouse and left a lasting legacy in the world of American muscle cars. The 1967 Chevrolet Corvette 427 L88 is one of the most legendary muscle cars ever produced, known for its incredible power and rarity. Aesthetically, the 1967 Corvette L88 retained the sleek, curvaceous lines of the C2 Corvette, with subtle modifications to accommodate its high-performance nature. It featured a unique hood with a large bulge to clear the high-rise intake manifold and a distinctive red line tachometer that reached up to 8,000 revs per minute. Inside, the L88 was stripped of non-essential features, with no radio, air conditioning or power steering, emphasizing its race-focused design. At the core of this Corvette was the L88 engine, a 427 cubic inch V8 that was officially rated at 430 horsepower, though its true output was closer to 550 horsepower. This engine was developed for racing, featuring high compression aluminium heads, a solid lifter camshaft, and a Holley 850 CFM double pumper carburetor. The L88 was designed to run on high-octane fuel and lacked many comfort features, emphasizing its focus on performance. The 1967 L88 Corvette was built for the track, and its performance reflected this intent. It featured heavy-duty suspension components, a Muncie M22 Rock Crusher 4-speed manual transmission, and a posit traction rear axle with a 4.56:1 gear ratio. These enhancements allowed the L88 Corvette to achieve quarter-mile times in 13.57 seconds, making it one of the fastest production cars of its time. This made it highly prized among collectors, with only 20 units produced, making it one of the rarest Corvettes ever. The 1969 Dodge Charger RT Hemi stands as a classic example of American muscle car prowess. This model featured the legendary 426 cubic inch Hemi V8 engine, a powerhouse that generated an impressive 425 horsepower and 490 pound-foot of torque. The engine was equipped with dual 4-barrel carburetors, enhancing its performance capabilities and ensuring it could deliver a remarkable driving experience. The Charger's robust build was complemented by a heavy-duty suspension system and a Dana 60 rear axle with a limited slip differential, making it exceptionally adept at handling the immense power it produced. The Charger RT's performance on the drag strip was notable, with the ability to complete a quarter mile in just 13.5 seconds. This feat was a testament to its engineering, which combined raw power with strategic enhancements to suspension and traction. The exterior design of the 1969 Charger RT Hemi was equally iconic, featuring a distinctive Coke bottle shape, concealed headlights, and an aggressive stance that communicated its performance potential even while standing still. Inside, the Charger offered a blend of comfort and functionality, with a driver-focused cockpit that included features like a wood-rimmed steering wheel and a well-laid-out dashboard. The car's interior was spacious, providing ample room for passengers, which was somewhat uncommon for high-performance vehicles of that era. Its combination of striking design, powerful performance, and cultural significance has cemented its place as a legendary vehicle in automotive history. Whether on the street or the strip, the Charger RT Hemi embodied the spirit of the muscle car era, delivering an unforgettable driving experience. The 1969 Plymouth GTX 440, often referred to as the gentleman's muscle car, was designed to offer a refined yet powerful driving experience. At its core, the GTX was powered by a 440 cubic inch Super Commando V8 engine, capable of producing 375 horsepower and 480 pound-foot of torque. This engine configuration was designed for both power and reliability, making the GTX a formidable presence on the road. For those seeking even more performance, Plymouth also offered the option of the 426 Hemi engine, which elevated the car's capabilities significantly. The GTX's performance was enhanced by a specialized suspension system tailored for high-speed stability and handling. The inclusion of a limited slip differential ensured that power was effectively transmitted to the wheels, providing excellent traction during acceleration. The GTX could complete a quarter mile in just 13.5 seconds, showcasing its ability to compete with other top-tier muscle cars of the time. In terms of design, the 1969 GTX featured clean lines and a muscular stance, with distinctive styling elements such as a prominent hood scoop and bold rectangular grille. The interior was designed with comfort in mind, offering high-quality materials and an array of features aimed at providing a luxurious driving experience. Bucket seats, a center console, and a comprehensive instrument panel were standard, emphasizing the car's dual focus on performance and comfort. The GTX's ability to deliver both a comfortable ride and exhilarating performance has ensured its place in the annals of automotive history. Collectors continue to seek out the GTX for its unique combination of attributes, making it a true icon of the muscle car era. The 1969 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 is another standout in the muscle car world, renowned for its extraordinary performance and rarity. Under the hood, the ZL1 featured an all-aluminium 427 cubic inch V8 engine, originally developed for Can-Am racing. This powerhouse produced an impressive 430 horsepower and 450 pound-foot of torque, making it one of the most powerful engines ever fitted into a production Camaro. The use of aluminium for the engine block and heads significantly reduced the car's weight, enhancing its performance on the drag strip. The Camaro ZL1's design was rooted in the need for speed. It was part of Chevrolet's Central Office Production Order (COPO) program, which allowed dealers to order cars with special performance options. Only 69 units of the ZL1 were built, making it a highly coveted collector's item today. The car's suspension was upgraded to handle the increased power, featuring heavy-duty components and a special high-performance rear axle. These enhancements allowed the ZL1 to achieve a quarter-mile time of just 13.2 seconds, a remarkable feat for its era. Aesthetically, the 1969 Camaro ZL1 retained the classic aggressive styling of the first-generation Camaro, with a few subtle differences. It came with a cowl induction hood, which added to its menacing look and improved airflow to the engine. Inside, the ZL1 was relatively Spartan, focused more on performance than luxury. However, it did offer a comfortable driving environment, with supportive seats and a functional dashboard layout. The legacy of the 1969 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 is significant, as it set a benchmark for performance and exclusivity. Its combination of advanced engineering, powerful performance, and limited production numbers has cemented its status as one of the most revered muscle cars in history. The 1967 Pontiac GTO 400 Ram Air is a classic muscle car that epitomizes the high-performance era of the late 1960s. The GTO, often considered the pioneer of muscle cars, received a significant upgrade with the introduction of the 400 cubic inch V8 engine. The Ram Air version of this engine was the pinnacle of the GTO lineup, featuring an enhanced air intake system that boosted its performance. This setup allowed the engine to produce an impressive 360 horsepower and 431 pound-foot of torque, achieving an impressive quarter-mile time of 13.10 seconds. The 1967 GTO's design was aggressive and stylish, with a distinctive split grille, stacked headlights and a sleek body profile. The Ram Air version included functional hood scoops that directed cold air into the engine, improving combustion efficiency and overall power output. This feature enhanced performance and gave the GTO a menacing look that matched its capabilities. Inside, the GTO offered a comfortable and well-appointed interior, with features like bucket seats, a wood-rimmed steering wheel and a comprehensive instrument panel. The attention to detail extended to the driving experience, where the car's handling and ride quality were refined for a muscle car of its time. The suspension system was tuned to balance performance and comfort, making the GTO suitable for spirited drives and daily use. The 1967 Pontiac GTO 400 Ram Air remains a highly sought-after classic, revered for its blend of power, style and innovation. It represents a significant chapter in the history of American muscle cars, showcasing Pontiac's commitment to the performance and design excellence. Collectors and enthusiasts continued to celebrate the GTO for its iconic status and enduring appeal. The 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner A12 is a legend in the muscle car community, celebrated for its raw power and straightforward performance ethos. The A12 package, introduced in the middle of the model year, transformed the already potent Roadrunner into an even more formidable competitor. Central to this package was the 440 cubic inch V8 engine, equipped with three 2-barrel Holley carburetors, collectively known as the six-pack. This setup boosted the engine's output to 390 horsepower and a substantial 490 pound-foot of torque. The Roadrunner A12's performance modifications extend beyond the engine. It featured a lightweight fiberglass hood with a functional scoop to maximize airflow and reduce weight. The car was also fitted with heavy-duty suspension components and a Dana 60 rear axle with a 4.10 to 1 gear ratio, ensuring optimal power delivery and traction. These enhancements enabled the Roadrunner A12 to achieve an impressive quarter-mile time of 13.0 seconds, placing it among the fastest muscle cars of its time. Visually, the 1969 Roadrunner A12 was distinct and aggressive. The fiberglass hood, devoid of any insulation or paint, gave it a purposeful, no-nonsense appearance. The car's minimalist approach extended to its interior, which was functional and devoid of unnecessary frills. This focus on performance over luxury resonated with enthusiasts who appreciated the car's unadulterated muscle car spirit. Today, the 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner A12 is highly regarded for its performance capabilities and its role in the golden era of muscle cars. As collectors and enthusiasts continue to admire and preserve this iconic piece of automotive history, its legacy endures. The 1966 Shelby Cobra 427 is one of the most iconic and revered sports cars in automotive history. Known for its brutal power and lightweight design, the Cobra 427 was the brainchild of Carroll Shelby, who sought to create a car that could dominate both the streets and the racetrack. At its heart was a 427 cubic inch Ford V8 engine, producing up to 485 horsepower and 480 pound-foot of torque. This immense power was harnessed in a lightweight aluminium-bodied roadster, resulting in an extraordinary power-to-weight ratio. The Cobra 427 chassis was a modified version of the AC Aces, reinforced to handle the increased power and stress. The car featured a robust suspension system with independent front and rear suspension and disc brakes on all four wheels, ensuring it could handle and stop as well as it could accelerate. The Cobra's design was purposeful, with flared fenders to accommodate wider tyres, a roll bar for driver safety, and a functional hood scoop to feed air to the hungry V8. Performance-wise, the 1966 Cobra 427 was a beast. It could accelerate from 0 to 60 mph in just 4.2 seconds and complete the quarter mile in under 12 seconds, making it one of the fastest cars of its era. The driving experience was raw and unfiltered, with minimal comforts and a focus purely on performance. The interior was classic, featuring basic instrumentation and bucket seats designed to keep the driver in place during spirited driving. The 1968 Dodge Dart LO23 is another marvel that was aimed specifically at drag racing. This special model was part of Dodge's push to dominate the National Hot Rod Association (NHRA) Super Stock class. The LO23 designation marked it as a lightweight, high-performance version of the standard Dart, featuring the formidable 426 Hemi V8 engine. This engine produced a staggering 425 horsepower and 490 pound-foot of torque, giving the Dart incredible straight-line speed. To achieve its impressive performance, Dodge made several modifications to the Dart. The cars were shipped from the factory without engines or transmissions to Hurst Campbell, where they were outfitted with the Hemi power plants and other race-specific components. The LO23 Darts had fiberglass front fenders, hoods, and lightweight bumpers to reduce weight. Inside, unnecessary elements like sound deadening, insulation, and even rear seats were removed to further lighten the vehicle. One of the key features of the LO23 was its cross-ram intake manifold, which helped maximize airflow to the engine, and hooker headers, which improved exhaust flow. These modifications, along with the car's lightweight construction, allowed it to achieve quarter-mile times in the low 10-second range, a phenomenal feat for its time. The Dart's exterior remained relatively understated, with minimal badging and a functional hood scoop hinting at the power beneath. So what do you think about these legendary muscle cars? Which one would you take for a spin? Comment below with your favourite and let us know why. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exhilarating car content. Until next time, thanks for watching.